my mom and dad taught me a lot. My mom actually was a South African korfball player. So she was also into sport, my dad also, but he was more like in the guys' schools.
Passionate athlete who has been involved in sports her entire life. She started off with athletics on provincial level. You know how it is, primary school, then high school, and then you excel in university. Well, in her case, she did. Some people don't, but she did. She then decided to specialize in a multi-sport and also represented South Africa in a duathlon. And her CrossFit journey actually started with her boo, with Jancke Rentel. That was in 2013. And since then, they've been training together, competing partners. Now they're in business together. A family that stays together and plays together really does things well together. She also studied human movement science at the University of Pretoria, where she graduated with a Bachelor's of Arts in 2004. And to date, she has more than 10 years of experience in the sport industry. And she specializes also as a coach and in sports therapy. And like I said, I looked at her and I told you, I just want to be just like you when I grow up. But before I grow up, I want to be like you right now. So, Jancke, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, it's an awesome opportunity for us. And yeah, well, I'm here in Swakop with the vibe.
You know what I mean? No, the vibe is hot. The vibe is hot. So I was reading and I know you started primary school wise in terms of sports early on in your life, but your background, tell us about your childhood and how that was like for you.
Well, I have an awesome childhood full of athletics and a childhood playing around, having benders and stuff. So my normal childhood. And as you said, in primary school, I started off with athletics. And when I went to high school, I started specializing in cross country and athletics as well. And yeah, I decided to study because obviously you need a job, especially in Africa. You can't have sport as a job,
unfortunately.
And after that, I went to university and studied sport, and that is where I excelled in athletics. And basically, when I got my two kids, when I went back to South Africa, we actually lived for 2 years in Windhoek, and we moved back to South Africa. I started doing duathlons and so on, and then we saw CrossFit because actually my husband wanted to look at something else. And he said, no, he wants to try CrossFit. And I was like, okay, just go to your CrossFit. And I remember the first day he was actually at CrossFit. And I was actually giving a spinning class, and he messaged me because my music is on my phone. I'm like, he said he did Fran. And I'm like, yeah. What are you doing? You're not at CrossFit. This is not CrossFit. And I actually remember walking out and I said, who is Fran?
Yes.
Who is Fran? And he said to me, no, man, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's a girl workout. So then I decided I have to go and have a look.
Yeah.
So I went for one day and I was going and I'm like, can I go 2 times a week? And after 2 times for like 2 weeks, I was like, can I go 3 times? And when I found myself, I was doing CrossFit the whole week. We started training for competitions and so on.
Yeah.
So it was not just for a lifestyle anymore or using CrossFit as an add-on for my sport that I'm actually doing. It was full-time CrossFit.
Oh my goodness. Being a mom of 2 yourself, what are some of the life lessons that your own parents gave you that you use in your personal life and even in your business?
Yes. My mom and dad taught me a lot. My mom actually was a South African korfball player. So she was also into sport, my dad also. But he was more like in the guys' schools. So I didn't want to do the guys' sport. I was doing the girls' sport. So yeah, I've learned a lot. And also my sister learned me a lot about life. She's intellectually disabled. So she taught me patience.
And I think as a mom and as a businesswoman, you need a lot of patience to get things done.
Yes. Yes. And with the members.
Of course. Oh, yes. Yeah. Especially with the members and the athletes. And, you touched on it a little bit that, being in Africa, unfortunately, you cannot do this full time. So how have you managed, or how have you seen other people managed in terms of a side hustle? Did you have to have a side hustle and do this? And how have you managed to cooperate the two, doing what you still love but still earning a living?
Yes, it is quite tricky. Especially for women, it's still fine. But I think for the men out there, you have to really find your niche, what you need to do. And especially today, your marketing for if you have a sports business, your marketing have to be on top because you need to pull the people in, motivate the people. And sports is all about motivation. And as I said, it's difficult doing like a professional sport and have a job, but it can be done. It can be done.
You heard it, Mo. It definitely can be done. We're still talking to Jancke, the fittest ever, and she's actually challenged me. Actually, no, no challenge. She has motivated me to join one of the CrossFit classes, and hopefully we'll make time. Not even hopefully, no, we'll have to make time to join her and see what that's like. So what's on the playlist, Mo?
I like it, Cardi B, Beb Bunny. You know how I like it. Girl, stop it. I like it. We'll be rejoining Sibo and our royal hustler on the other side of this. It's over to you.
Yeah, no, it's not a challenge. You know, when you say challenge, like maybe it has a negative connotation.
No.
Like maybe you will fail or maybe you will succeed. So that's why I changed it to she's motivated.
I mean,
even me looking at her, I'm motivated to get fit just like her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one as well. Now, Jancke, you've always been an athlete throughout your life. It's now your career. You know, you're in this business with your husband. How would you then encourage parents on how important sports actually is for their kids? You also being a mother yourself.
Sport should be a lifestyle. Because sport is not just sport. Sport is teaching you a lot of things in life. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you to play with a team, to be a team player. It teaches you to have patience. It teaches you to have that endurance just to go in life. And just also, it teaches you to make goals and to actually achieve those goals, because you have the one goal after the other and you're just reaching for them the whole time until you reach the top.
Yeah.
And if you do sports, you also always have people around you that helps you to get to those goals. So basically, sport is very important also for the over development of kids. And leaving your kids just in life today, it's so easy. And I've seen it now with the lockdowns as well with my two kids. They are not allowed to go out. They have to sit down the whole day in front of a computer. And it's just like that. And they're in that, how can I say in Afrikaans, that groove, and they can't get out of it. And just I need to tell them, listen, you need to do at least 1 hour a day. Just get out of your room and go do a sport, go walk with the dogs. Just do anything, not just sitting in the house. And unfortunately, our kids today, especially after the last 2 years, not just my kids, it's all over, struggles with depression because of them sitting inside the house doing nothing. And yeah, the lockdown didn't help us a lot.
No, it didn't help. No, and I totally agree. It's important to get out of the funk. Just get out of the funk, take a walk. It doesn't have to be extreme, but just take a walk, do something active, even as adults, not just for the kids. I love that so much. You came up with Fittest in Namib. Tell us what Fittest in Namib is, the competition, and how did you come up with the concept?
Okay, so the concept is actually, we are 5 boxes in Namibia. So each box have to host a competition. So we started hosting it at the coast as our competition, but CrossFit Skeleton Coast is also part of this. And we decided just the fittest in the Namib. It's at the end of the year, we are at the coast, and it should be a bang because everybody is coming to the coast. So we struggled to get a name. It's not just us, we have people helping us, like event organizers that's with us organizing it. And we are now for 3 years that we present this now already. And it's a 2-day event. And it's awesome. It's 6 workouts. So the first day of the 2 days, we do usually like an endurance workout or something like that. So usually we have 2 different venues. This year, we're only going to have 1 venue the first day, and that would be in the Namole. So there's going to be some water workouts and yeah, so that's basically that. So you guys must come and have a look as well, eh? So you have to see what it is about. And then on the second day, we are going to be at the athletics track, where we're going to have 4 events. The last event is the final. That is the one that you really want to watch, because that is where the fittest in the Namib is going to be crowned. It's a team of 2. So it actually would be 2 athletes, not just 1 athlete. It's so yeah, and it's gonna be hard. It's tough 2 days, and yeah.
Well, it sounds like it, but I'm sure you have to really train, prior to get to this level. So for those that are interested to trying it out, even for next year or the year thereafter, what does it entail? How do I enter the competition? What do I need to do?
Well, the entries are already closed, but as you said there, you can be scaled as well. So you can be a beginner and also come and compete. So we have athletes in our box that's done CrossFit now for a month, and they're already entered. So you can enter even if you're not fit. You have to be fit, but you don't have to be able to do everything that the elite guys have to do. So it gives everybody a chance to actually feel what a competition is about. And it's also what I told you about, the community. The vibe, the community, the people around the arena, and even the people just watching, the spectators. It's amazing. You should see it. You should come and experience.
I definitely should. For those that want to keep up with the information of Fittest in Namib, can you give us your website, any details that we can follow through?
Yes, they can go to the Facebook page, and then also they can watch the Instagram page. And then also, Buddy, they're also going to have, they release a few things of the Fittest in the Namib. They actually keep the athletes connected and all the staff connected. We are going to have vendors there as well. We can go and buy some stuff, some food, some clothes, some CrossFit stuffy stuff. And then also, and we want to thank Manny's Bike Maker. It can't be possible without him.
Thank you, Jancke, for coming. And I guess I'm going to see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Mo, it's been such a lovely time with both me and Jancke. And yes, she's really has. She's motivated me to do better and to be healthier, because it is a lifestyle. I've been talking to Fittest in the Namib, Jancke Rentel. And like she said, and no, she's definitely not for rent.